All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren out there that's laboring in his work and diligently continue to push out this gospel in all truth, faith, and sincerity. So yeah, the topic of this lesson is going to be centered around these devils, primarily here in the state of Alabama, which is a different breed of devil, man. All right, these so-called white people in Alabama, they don't hesitate. They're not shy about showing their hatred for Jake, all right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And when we push the word out, in Birmingham, Alabama, if you ever came across our street teachings at camp, you will notice there's a statue of Baphomet, all right? A Baphomet, a 6-foot statue erected in the heart of the city, pretty much, 5 Points South, is located on 5 Points, all right, which deals with Astaroth and Baal. And it's totally satanic down here, man. Where we teach the word at, right overlooking us is what you call Red Mountain, all right? Red Mountain, which means Esau's government, right here in the state of Birmingham, Alabama, man. All right? And if the Spirit, hit me and remind me, I'll put the link to our channel on GMS Birmingham Trumpet. I'll put it in the description box. But here in the state of Alabama, man, these devils, man, they don't shy away from letting you know how they feel about you, man. These is a bunch of redneck backwood hicks, man. And they hold fast to their traditions, man. They don't give a damn about you so-called Negroes, man. All right? And the Spirit set us up down here to condemn these devils, man. And I got some quotes from this guy, Roy Moore, because he's a straight-up devil, all right? But really, when you go into it, all these high-ranking city officials and senators, in this state, mayors in different towns, they all a bunch of racist motherfuckers, man. All right? And I had some guys that I knew back in the day from Long Beach, California, to come down, and the first thing they noticed about Birmingham, Alabama, that it was totally segregated, man. And when you come to Birmingham, it's going to stand out how segregated this place is, man. In the inner city, you could tell that's where so-called Negroes dwell, man. It's all fucked up, the roads fucked up, all right, the buildings outdated. But when you go across Red Mountain, which that's spiritual, man. The name of the place is Red Mountain. When you cross Red Mountain, then everything is updated, man. All right, the highways is updated, the buildings, there's different restaurant, whole food, grocery stores, and things of that nature, man. So this place is very spiritual. And me and the brothers, we always discuss that, Jake in Birmingham, Alabama, they really offended Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because the Lord, really wants that outwardly hatred and racism kind of died down, it was still being exploited in Birmingham, man. All right? They was spraying niggas with spraying niggas with hoses and sicking dogs on them, man. They bombed the little girls at the church. It was a lot of people around the country looking at that, and they were saying, what the hell going on down there, man? And it's spiritual, all right? The Most High put these Negroes, so-called Negroes in Birmingham, Alabama, to an open shame, man. And it's a reason for that, because a lot of these Jake down here, they rejected Yahweh Shai, man. They had a lot, I believe in the spirit in Birmingham, these Jake down here had a strong hand in turning over Yahweh Shai, man, and mocking Yahweh Shai. This is a big so-called Christian community, this city, man. All right, that whole remnant of that civil rights, the aftermath of that bullshit, that mind is a terrible thing to waste old Negro spiritual. Hey, that's in Birmingham, man. All right, you're going to find the coon of coons right here, man. But the flip side of that is these devils, all right? the devils here in this state and in this city, they are a different breed, man. All right. So it says Roy Moore incredible, even though we had slavery, quote. And I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna hit up a couple of precepts. All right. It says Roy Moore was asked when he thought America was great. He said it was when our families were united, even though we had slavery. Yeah, that's the mentality of this demon, man. He said even though we had slavery, that was the best time in America because the families was tight-knitted. All right, and they was tight-knitted, and they came close at the expense of hanging you niggas, man. That's when these devils feel good about themselves, when they can chase a nigga down and hang them, all right, or castrate them, man. That's when these devils feel good. It says most of the national coverage of Roy Moore's effort to upset the establishment in his bid for Senate in Alabama has been viewed through the lens of the sexual abuse allegations against him. But there are a slew of other reasons why Republicans were uneasy with his candidacy before those revelations were known. For instance, his praise for the time during which slavery existed in the U.S. He praised that, man. And that's what the so-called white man is chasing, man. They chasing those glory years. That's the glory year for the so-called white man, when you niggas is in the field picking cotton, man. All right? And you can see, look at these devils, man. And you so-called white women, you're not going to escape, man. All right? You played a big part in having a lot of so-called Negroes put to death, man. All right? When you go back to Emmett Till, it was a white devil bitch to falsely accuse the boy, man. All right? Then the bitch came out when she was old and admitted that she was just lying, man. See, you white people, you going to get it, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to repay you, man. When you go to Ezekiel, 35th chapter, it tells you that, man, for your perpetual hatred for the violence and hatred against thy brother Jacob, man. All right? The Lord is going to stretch forth his hand towards you, man. Look at that. This bitch got a sign, Moore has stood for God. See, that's the way these devils roll, man. It says comments from Moore that praised the era of U.S. history that included slavery because, according to Moore, families were stronger and getting new scrutiny in the final days of his campaign. See, and this how the so-called white man feel, man. All right? You so-called Negroes, you think because you work next to the average Joe six-pack, and he might go out to lunch with you on your lunch break and talk a little shit about the football game, that he's your buddy, man. This devil thinking all sorts of shit about you, man. He want to hang you, man. All right? That's what this devil get off on, blood. And not just the blood they really get off on is the blood of you Israelites, man. All right? They tired of jacking up Ishmael and these different nations out here. They ready to get their hand on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? I'm going to read a little more. It says, at Moore's Florence rally, the former judge outlined all the wrongs he sees in Washington, spiritual wickedness in high places, the awful calamity of abortion and sodomy and perverse behavior and murders and shootings and road rage as a punishment inflicted upon us for our presumptuous sins. Yeah, and this devil was really, all those things he mentioned was perpetuated by the so-called white man, all right? In response to a question from one of the only African Americans in the audience who asked when Moore thought America was last great, Moore acknowledged the nation's history of racial divisions, but said, I think it was great at the time when families were united. Even though we had slavery, they cared for one another. Our families were strong. See, our country had direction. See? This how this devil Roy Moore feel, man. And this shows the pride of the so-called white man. And, hey, especially in Alabama, man, I'm telling you, man. All right, these devils, man, they, hey, I have been in different cities, man. And I see the spirit on these crackers in these different cities. They pretty much shook, all right? Hey, but these devils in Alabama, man, they walk around with their chest poked out, man. All right? They think that, they got some type of privilege. But that's over, man. And by the Lord setting us up, and where we at, man, is devils scattering around like roaches, man. And we cuss their ass out, all right? And that's so far into them, man. So we know that the spirit is heavy right now, man. We cussing these devils out to their face, and they proud, man. A lot of them talk shit. We done had devils to ride by the camp and banish their gun at us. We had the devil to ride up on the motorcycle with the gun like he about to snipe one of us, man. And we stood stiffly, though. We had the devil to roll up on us with the pit bulls, sniffing around us like they ready to attack. We cussed that devil out, man. So, again, it's a different breed of devil down here, man. And the history shows it, all right? So let me hit up a couple of precepts. Start off in the book of Psalms, the 17th chapter. And I'll start at the 8th verse. Keep me, Salakia. All right, this Psalm 17 and 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. Yeah, and this guy, Roy Moore, is a perfect example of that, man. All right, for him to utter those words was a very proud statement, man. And pretty much a lot of people around the country was kind of taken by that. But, hey, down here in Alabama, we see that, man. All right, it's not just Roy Moore, these different elected officials, all right? When you go back to, like, Bull Connor, the police chief who sanctioned those dogs being sicked on these Negroes down here, man. That tradition stands, man. All right? Hey, I know LAPD and NYPD get a lot of press, and rightfully so, because them a bunch of pigs out there, devils. But, hey, the BPD, you don't want to run across one of these devils down here, man. These crackers, they get an urge to hunt. They love hunting. And they see a nigga, man, they ready, man. All right? And these niggas so used to being oppressed down here in Birmingham, they just learn to coexist with these devils, man. All right? But that pride is going to be, that pride is going to turn into humility, man. We're in a time where the Lord is humbling these proud devils, man. And we get a lot of people. We had people to come up to the camp from Montgomery. And they say, hey, bro, we need y'all down in Montgomery, man. Because they really taking how bold we are, man, and our stance toward the so-called white man in this state. We the only people, our camp is the only ones that's standing up. And we straight up cursing these devils out. So our people see it, and they a lot of our people, they acknowledge it, They see the boldness, to come after these devils, all right? This is Proverbs 21:10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes, right? Meaning the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the neighbors of these damn devils, all right? Here in Alabama and abroad, near and far, where we find no favor in their eyes, pretty much meaning no mercy. These devils show no mercy, or they don't show no remorse, man, for what they did. Like this statement, this proud demon Roy Moore made, man. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise, and when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. See? And so we considering the structure and the system of these goddamn devils, man. We not sleeping on you, man. We watching you, man. We breaking you down. We diagnosing you. We examining you, man. What you should do. All right? That's what you should do when you dealing with your enemy, man. You should know your enemy, man. Like Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, talk about. It says, the righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked, but the Most High overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. So we're in a time where the Lord is going to overthrow you proud, wicked ass devils, man. And it's beautiful, man. This is the best time to be alive if you in this truth, all right? If you're a so-called white man, this is the worst time you can imagine, man. And for that, anybody that's outside of this truth, all right? So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to go into a quick lesson highlighting the breed of devil that you deal with when you come down south. And really, hey, I'm going to say this too, man. Up north, this motherfuckers prejudice as hell. All hell up north, man. In Rhode Island and all them different places, Connecticut, you know? But down south, and in particular in Alabama, this is a different breed of devil down here, man. All right? For an example, these devils, for their hatred for Jake, there's no fucking casinos in Alabama, man. You got casinos in Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, all over the world. In a damn, they vote no on the casinos. Why? Because they understand that it will, bring about more jobs. All right. Alabama, I think, along with Mississippi, is last in unemployment. All right. They number one in welfare, and just that whole stigma, keeping that stigma on so-called Negroes, man. All right. Everything. Another quick example of what goes on here in Birmingham. They have a law called drug lottering, man. Now, you can live in the projects or you can live in the area where they deal drugs, and you don't have to deal drugs. But if you come out your door and stretch and you stand outside for a minute and the cops happen to ride by, they got the jurisdiction to roll up on you and take you in for drug lottering, man. This is the laws and legislation passed in Alabama, man. All right? So the Most High gonna destroy these devils down here, man, along with every devil on the fucking planet, man. Shalom.